the geometrical series of art pieces. And by series, I mean that I want you to explore more than one geometrical pattern. So let's again take a look at some of those things. You all know that I'm a potter and I like to make vessels. So I thought right away, like, oh, I'm going to make a series of vessels, and this was my first idea here at the top of the page. It's a little flat, right? Even if I love cylinders, a little flat. Not much going on here. I feel like, to me, the cylinders have a little bit of, character, and they've got the placement on the page, but at the same time, really not much going on. The second one down, I tried like filling in a shape with these lines and it didn't work, so I just went for like the ultimate cylinder shape in the third one. That's looking better, but it wasn't until I got to my fourth one that I was really finally finding something that worked. What's even better is that I took this shape, this design you see here, the one that says, "Now that's more like it," and I put that huge on a wall at an art gallery that I used to be a member of. I put that gigantic on the wall, and it was so fun to do that. I used this big long ruler with sort of a point on one end and a piece of chalk on the other, and I created these shapes using a compass. So I was really exact with it, and I measured it all out, and it ended up looking even better than what it looks like here. It was bright blue and orange chalk on a black wall. It was really fun, and it ended up turning out much better than, again, what you see here. Let's take a look at what Sarah Morrison did last semester, looking at some of the work she did. She used a series of circles in a much different way. On the left-hand side, you can see how she did that to incorporate really interesting diamond and triangular shapes. On the right-hand side, we've got some of the works that she did, these clusters of triangles that look somewhat three-dimensional at the same time, like whether they're going back into space or forward out of space is also kind of a fun thing to look at too. I like how she's got black lines around her pieces that make these borders. Scrolling down, we can see some of Eric Morales' ideas and Aaliyah Hill's. Both of these are very firmly geometric. Circles, rectangles, triangles, looking at how you can incorporate those into a meaningful pattern, something that makes sense to you. Maybe it is incorporating some sort of concepts, some ideas, but otherwise just really looking at it from this geometric point of view. Aaliyah's have this really beautiful Native American look to them, some of them. Others look more like something that might come out of geometry class. Either way, very well done, nice choice of colors, very clean lines, and so on. The last two we've got here, Raymond DeSoto's, he chose to do photographs, and photographs aren't bad. There's no reason you can't choose to do that, right? On the left-hand side, we see his tree and phone booth. I like those because, again, this kind of the tree represents sort of a cylinder, a circular thing. The phone booth is very, very strongly rectangular. And the same thing with his other one. Even though it's kind of askew, we see both cylinders, circular shapes, and straight line triangles and rectangles as well. Finally, looking at Chi's piece, we are seeing some very heavy geometric shapes. He only submitted one drawing, but the amount of work in this drawing, to me, showed that he was really thinking about it, going beyond simply just putting a couple ideas down on paper, really using the whole sheet of paper to incorporate what he was looking for. So what I'm looking for this is that you're going to have several different pieces that are showing the development of your ideas when it comes to a geometrical pattern.